Welcome to Cobblestones Chronicles. My name is Janette Wallace Gedge, and it's my pleasure to be here today presenting Cobblestones Chronicles yet again. And it's been a lovely day out there today. It's Thursday. And I've been to the Wellington Folk Festival in Wairarapa over Labour weekend and picked up some great new music and heard some fabulous New Zealand music. Just absolutely stunning. And one of the things I'm going to play to you today is some new New Zealand music that I picked up. Can't resist it. And I hope you're going to enjoy it. And I'll also be reading out some more newspaper articles. And I also want to talk about P&K in Martinborough because it's their 150th birthday. And if that's not a historical, milestone, then I don't know what is. So anyway, first of all, I'm going to play you some new New Zealand music, and what I'm going to play you is track 3, and it's called Pretty Blackbird, and it's by a New Zealand group called You, Me, Everybody, which is a couple of young chaps from the same family, Lawrence Fangos Rhodes and Sam Fangos Rhodes, Kim Bonington and Nat Torkington. And they're just about to set off to Australia for a tour of Australia, of Australian folk festivals and they're what's called progressive bluegrass. So progressive bluegrass is kind of beyond the traditional bluegrass that we know mainly from America. And this is a New Zealand take on bluegrass. So I hope you enjoy this track. It's called Pretty Blackbird, and here we go.
Blackbird, why fly away so soon? Blackbird, pretty blackbird.
Wasn't that great? That was by You Me Everybody, and the main singer in there was Kim Bonington, who is a fantastic singer. She's got a great voice, and she was also one of the co-writers of that song. So, what's going on in things at Cobblestones is really exciting. So, the Greytown Heritage Trust and Cobblestones work together very closely as much as we possibly can, and we have a member of the Greytown Heritage Trust on the Cobblestones board of trustees, which is wonderful. And he's a very active chap called Frank Minahan. Really just a delight. And this evening we have the annual Heritage Address, and it's going to be at the Offering in Greytown, and it's going to be by Sir Kim Workman, who is just a delightful chap. He's had a stellar career, and he has recently retired. And you know what happens when you retire? All these people say to you, "Oh, wow, you retired. You might have time to do this now, or you might have time to do that now," which is all very exciting. And I just think it's very funny because I was talking to him a couple of days ago, and that's exactly what had happened. So the annual address is on Thursday, the 26th of October. It's at the Offering in Greytown on Main Street, and Sir Kim Workman will reflect on Te Ao Māori cultural perceptions of heritage and the challenges and opportunities in the bicultural engagement with our past and our future. Sir Kim will speak at 7 o'clock, so do let the Heritage Trust know. The event is partly funded by Greytown Trustlands Trust, but there will also be an opportunity to give koha, and part of the koha will be made to Papawai Marae on behalf of Sir Kim. And I know Papawai Marae are doing some big renovations at the moment, so they would probably appreciate it. So that's the Heritage Address, and Sir Kim has had an amazing career, particularly in the justice system, and he grew up in Greytown, and there is in this month's Greytown Grapevine an extensive article about his Greytown boyhood before he moved away. And it's going to be really delightful, I'm sure. So I'm looking forward to hearing it, and I'll report back next time I'm on Cobblestones Chronicles. So what next? I'm also going to talk a little bit about P&K in Martinborough, but before that, I thought I'd play you another song. This one's called Stranger, and it's again from You Me Everybody, and this is a delightful song which was picked up to be the theme tune of a very successful series on Netflix. So I'll let you figure out what was the series. So here we go with Stranger.
They know me as the stranger at your door. I come and go from time to time, and there is nothing more. But if you were to venture on further down the line? Why won't you greet the stranger in your mind? I've worn out my welcome, now I think it's time to go. Walking it ain't easy when you bear a heavy load. Faces can't tell no lies, I know just how to read. Look deep inside the stolen dream and maybe you will see. Shelter, I go home. I close my eyes and drift away, waiting for the day somebody finds my troubled mind and takes pain away. You only know me as the stranger at your door. I come and go from time to time and there is nothing more. But if you were to venture on further down the line, why won't you greet the stranger in the back of your mind?
Wasn't that great? Did you recognise it? You might have if you are a big fan of Sweet Tooth, the series on Netflix, which is about a post-apocalyptic world where a young boy who's half deer, half human is on a journey. And I have to admit, I haven't watched it myself because we don't have Netflix at home. But apart from when my stepson's here, when he puts Netflix on because he has his own account. But we find that actually we have enough problems. We have enough problems catching up with everything that's going on. And my husband has a bit of rugby watching catch up to do after having been busy last weekend. He does know the results, and he did see at least part of the most important match with the All Blacks, but he says he's got to watch the other one, so there we go. I think he might be hoping that at some point the All Blacks will phone him up for asking his opinion. So I wanted to talk to you about P&K, Payne and Kershaw in Martinborough. And I knew they'd been there a long time, but I didn't realise this is the year they're celebrating 150 years. And they're going to have quite a few exciting things going on. They're going to have to celebrate. But I just think that P&K through the decades, with David Kershaw, as he takes a walk down memory lane and shares memories and anecdotes of P&K through the decades at the Martinborough Town Hall Supper Room. That's on Friday, tomorrow, the 27th of October. It is a ticketed event, and tickets are available online through Eventbrite or can be purchased at the general store. It is a fundraiser for Martinborough Food Bank, which I think is really appropriate. And the doors will be open at 5:30 p.m. A welcome drink on arrival and nibbles will be provided, as well as a cash bar. And I'm just going to hold up the information that came in the Great Iron Grapevine, which I just think is lovely. It's really celebrating the beautiful, the service that Payne and Kershaw have provided to Martinborough and the surrounds over 150 years. I just think it's fantastic that they have done that. And I have to say, I'm very tempted to go along and hear more about it tomorrow night in Martinborough in the town hall, the supper room, and it sounds like it will be absolutely delicious. Great fun. So there's lots of other things going on. There'll be family fun in the P&K car park in the morning on Saturday. And there's a classic car show and shine and a sausage sizzle, raising funds for the Martinborough pump track. So, sounds like great fun. Sounds like a lovely celebratory weekend. Okay, so, having played you 2 tracks of bluegrass, I thought I'd play you another one. So, this is a delightful band called Hot Diggity. And the ladies, and it's all women, and it's they believe the only all-female bluegrass band south of the equator. And they're just, you can see them, if you're watching on TV, I'm holding up the cover here. And they're just delightful. They're real good fun, and they really go for it, and absolutely superb musicians. Now, this track I'm going to play you is called Ghost Railway, and they're all New Zealanders, and it's written in New Zealand about New Zealand history, and this is written by Deborah Mackenzie, and she also plays guitar on this song, and she is in the background. The lead vocal on this track is Janine Arbronell, who comes from way up north on just outside Warkworth. So, here we go. Ghost Railway by Deborah Mackenzie.
43. Dead men hide where live ones don't. Hell's too steep and the tunnel's too short. If I could hitch a ride, my skin would be safe, but no one's riding down Forgotten World Highway. Ooh, ooh, trouble's after me. I hope that Ghost Railway's riding on time down 43.
That was Ghost Railway. Isn't it a great train song? I always love train songs. It was just really, really enjoyable. So, as you can gather, I had a great weekend. I was dancing to that one, actually, during the festival, which is, at my age, a bit risky, especially dancing up and down in bluegrass style. But I ended up with rather sore legs the next day, but it was fun. It was absolutely fun. I thought I would, I got some more of these old newspapers, and I think that looking at the old newspapers, and I pulled out this one because it's got some ladies' fashions from the 1800s, the late 1800s. And they, of course, had these ridiculously pulled, corseted waists. And, I mean, I have a friend who has some corsets that she wears with her beautiful replica gowns from the late 1800s. But I just think, oh my goodness, the way these ones look like they've been pulled in, I don't think it was very comfortable. She swears that they are comfortable, but of course she doesn't go for the wasp waist look. I'm holding up to, if you're watching on TV, I'm holding up the a bit of the information, a couple of the pictures, so you can see, and they really have got wasp waist. I'll put these up on our Facebook page later today, so if you're not watching on TV, you can watch them. But one of the ads particularly took my fancy. It's for Warner's rust-proof corsets suited to all forms. The corset equals beautiful, makes a beautiful figure. Warner's corsets are cut on lines to give effect of slenderness without compression. Wow. So that sounds pretty cool. And they have fashionable fabrics for the summer, and things like a graceful afternoon gown, some smart afternoon frocks, and it's said that gowns of this kind, which are afternoon gowns, for blue linen with white soutache braiding. What, I don't actually know what that is, but anyway, there was this was obviously fashion. You know, women in New Zealand wanted to be as fashionable as possible, and they had all these gowns made up. Of course, if there were settlers doing the conversion of the land, they certainly wouldn't have been using these kind of corsets, but they would have had Sunday best, and they would have had, going out visiting stuff. So although a lot of the pictures you see of early settler women in the fields are actually because they were they needed to practical garbs because they were very, very busy and couldn't have worn this kind of stuff. But for high days and holidays, they certainly had them. And Niels and I went to Alberton in end of May, beginning of June this year, Alberton is an old house in Auckland, which has been restored, and it has been set up the way it would have been, and it is absolutely delightful. I recommend visiting it. And we'd love to have some more gowns and women's fashions in Cobblestones. So that's something to work on for the future, isn't it? So this article says, smart afternoon frocks for afternoon wear are at present of special interest, and it is pleasant to be able to chronicle the fact that gowns of this kind are at the moment prettier and more picturesque than they have been for many seasons past. In the matter of the fabrics which are used for their making, we find an infinite variety, while the favourite colourings are, for the most part, of the softest and most delicate description. Crêpe de chine of the meteor variety with a satin-like surface is a favourite material for afternoon frocks of the smarter kind, intended more particularly for wearing at home on those rare occasions when engagements permit of a quiet half hour under our own roof tree. In the accompanying illustration, a gown of this kind may be seen carried out in a suitable, simple but very becoming style and made in crêpe de chine in a lovely shade of silver grey. I'll hold this up in a moment if you're watching on TV. Made up over a lining of pale pink soft satin, just the faintest suspicion of which shines through the delicate grey of the crêpe de chine. In obedience to the prevailing vogues for tunics and Greek draperies, the gown of our sketch is arranged with a pointed overskirt edged with a double row of dark green velvet ribbon. The underskirt, which is made quite separately, is trimmed with a wide band of white crêpe de chine, upon which scattered roses are embroidered in soft silk and in the palest possible shades of pink and tea rose yellow. The draped bodice is arranged with an empiercement of the same rose-embroidered crêpe de chine and worn over a chemisette and close-fitting sleeves of white ring spot neck. Two large paste buttons and a draped waist belt of dark green velvet complete this very original and picturesque design. And it does look very pretty, but I've got to say it doesn't look particularly relaxing because I'll hold it up now so you can see it. It's talking about the middle one there. And as you can see, it doesn't look very relaxing at all, but there you go. Yes, I don't know. I'm glad that I think it would have been very interesting to have been alive in those days. And I think that the women in particular deserve to have pretty things because they worked alongside their men, and it was just great. So, what should we do now? Shall we have another song? I think what I'll play is an interesting man, an interesting musician, singer-songwriter called Adam McGrath. He's from down south. He's internationally very well known as a folk singer from New Zealand. And he was telling us on the weekend that he has been commissioned to write songs commemorating the union movement in New Zealand. And the song I'm about to play is called L.A. to Linwood, and it talks about coming from Los Angeles, where he'd been playing, to Linwood Mall in Auckland. Oh, no, sorry, Christchurch. To Linwood Mall in Christchurch, which is a bit of a change. So here we go, from LA to Linwood.
After a 4-year-old in a Lakers tie, LA to Linwood in just 4 bus stops, knocking out a pie from the library to the warehouse to Wins, running head first to where life begins. And she's singing a song, not to say words for her, nobody else. Times get hard, all you gotta say is, oh, we gotta remember all we got is day after yesterday. Living on one side of conversation, little one yells out destinations, talking to his father in her head. Wish I could have said to you before you walked out on me, we get so much older than what we thought we'd be. And she's singing a song, not to say words for her, nobody else. Times get hard, all you gotta say is, oh, we gotta remember all we got is day after yesterday. Through the window of a red bus on Linwood Avenue, in the color of a green light, things can seem brand new. Oh, yeah, yeah. Closes her eyes, clenches her fist, gets so tired of this bullshit, and she gets a kiss right above her eye. Wake up, mama, almost there now, don't cry. Alright, little man, let's get one thing between us clear. Let's think together, knuckles up, no fear. And she's singing a song, not to say words for her, nobody else. Times get hard, all you gotta say is, oh, we gotta remember all we got is day after yesterday. Through the window of a red bus on Linwood Avenue, days could seem random. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. Singing a song, thought to myself, words for her, nobody else. Times get hard, all you gotta say is, oh, we gotta remember all we got is day after yesterday. Oh, we gotta remember all we got is day after yesterday. Oh, we gotta remember all we got is day after yesterday.
Adam McGrath, hasn't he got a great voice? It's very individual. I really enjoyed listening to his concerts on the weekend. It was great fun. It was really, really enjoyable. And some of his songs were much more rocky. They're much more like rock music than folk music, but it's the same thing about telling a story, which is what folk music is all about. Folk music is really about telling stories, and it's about telling stories of the world as we see it. So that's, I guess, what folk music's all about, and about one of the reasons I enjoy it, being a bit of a history buff. In the newspaper, very exciting, there's a piece about gold mining, which is the third half-yearly meeting of the Wairarapa Perseverance Extended Gold Mining Company of Terra Fiti Limited. And it was held at the Council Chambers, Greytown, last evening, Mr. R.W. Tate being in the chair. The business was purely formal. In speaking to the report, the chairman referred to the high price obtained for the gold sold to the Bank of New Zealand. For the first parcel of £3, 17 shillings and 10 pence, an ounce was given, and the second crushing obtained £3, 18 shillings. So here is the actual report. Your directors have the pleasure of presenting the third half-yearly report and balance sheet. During the last 6 months, our operations have been greatly impeded by the want of timber, the contractants having made several attempts to land it and having failed. We, however, have had 15 tons of stone crushed from what is known as the Big Reef of the Perseverance mine. This yielded 18 dead weights to the ton, a very satisfactory result for that reef, which has been estimated at from 10 to 19 dead weights to the ton, when the large percentage of gold lost by the battery method of treatment is taken into account. This reef, as known to the shareholders, is the one that is least gold-bearing of the three. A considerable amount of work has been done in making the pack tracks up the steep faces of the hill fit for use, and they are now in a suitable state of repair to effect the transit of ore to the battery at a less cost than formerly. We propose immediately, so soon as we have sufficient timber, to have a trial crushing of the reef known as numbers 1 and 8, the assays of which have always been high, and from which we confidently expect good results. We have now crushed the golden crown stone with a result of 21 deadweights to the ton, and the Big Reef Perseverance with 18 deadweights to the ton. All that now remains to be done is to crush from numbers 1 and 8, when we shall have reliable data to the value of our properties. Your directors have paid 2 visits to the mine during the half year and have found everything under Mr. Hewitt's able supervision in proper order. The want of timber is the only drawback. You will note that during the half year, £78 14 shillings has been paid off the losses of £425. Goodness me, that's doing quite well, I guess. Isn't it? I don't know where the gold mining took place in the Wairarapa. I will find out and let you know. Meantime, how about we have another song? Now, I have this beautiful CD, which was given to me by a friend, called Songs of Separation. And it's all Scottish music, which, of course, goes down very well. And one of these is, this song is the Unst Boat song, and it's sung in, it's sung in the language of Old Norn, fragments of which are still alive in Shetlandic speech today. So, of course, the Shetlands and the Orkneys were very much part of Scandinavia, and a lot of people up there would have spoken Old Norse rather than Gaelic or Scottish or Broad Scots. So we're going to have the Unst-Boat song, which I hope you'll enjoy. Wasn't that lovely? That tune and song came out of a week's workshopping with a number of Scottish and English singers, including Eliza Carthy, who is is the daughter of Martin Carthy, who was famous for the revival of folk music in England in the 1960s and 70s, and is himself a fantastic player. Actually, I'll bring along one of his CDs sometime soon and let you hear it. Okay, well, I can't believe it, but we're almost at the end. We've almost run out of time. I just wanted to read you a couple of ads from the newspaper of the... now, this one was published in, I think it was 1887. Boots, boots, boots. J.R. Hebley wishes to inform his customers and the general public that he has just opened up 5 cases of autumn and winter goods, and he is selling them at prices unheard of. They must be sold within the next 2 months to make room for more goods, which are expected to arrive at the end of May. £1,000 worth to choose from. Remember the address. J.R. Hebley, boot and shoe importer, next to F.H. Wood's auction rooms, Main Street, Greytown. P.S. All kinds of repairs done on the above. Meantime, it's quite exciting. Tailoring. The undersigned, having been in business in Greytown for 2 years at this present date, began to thank all his patrons for their something during that term, custom during that term, and in commencing the 3rd year would inform that he has a selection of tweeds and consigned in name in any establishment while he was recommended a selection. Seems a strange ad, but anyway. James Gibson. So he was in the 1880s, mid-1880s, celebrating being in business for 3 years. James Gibson, tailor and outfitter, Main Street, Greytown. So that was in March. And the Foresters' Hall has an opening soiree. The Foresters of Greytown intend opening their hall after its enlargement on Monday, the 25th of May, by a public soiree. Full particulars in future advertisements. And that was from H. Humphreys, the Honorary Secretary. And of course, I suspect that might be who Humphrey Street is named after. Okay, so to finish up, I think we might have a song today. This one is called When Fences Fall. Sorry, At Least Until Eternity. And this was a collaboration between a very well-known poet, Michael O'Leary, who lives in Pakakiriki, and Niels Gedge. Michael had written the poems many years before, and he and Niels got together, and they decided that they should put some of Michael's songs to music, and this is the result of one of them. So here we go. At Least Until Eternity.
Did Jesus play his guitar gently weeping for the world he'd come to save? Did his Moroccan musical instrument lament the captive slave, singing doo-wop, doo-wop, dee, doo-wop, doo-wop, dee, doo-wop, doo-wop, dee, doo? Did the Son of God, the Son of Man, son of a virgin woman too, rock and roll with his troubled time, singing doo-wop, doo-wop, dee-doo? Doo-wop, doo-wop, dee, doo-wop, doo-wop, dee, doo-wop, doo-wop, dee-doo? Doo-wop, doo-wop, dee-doo? Doo-wop, doo-wop, dee-doo? Doo-wop, doo-wop, dee-doo? do-wop, do-wop, dee-doo. Do-wop, do-wop, dee, do-wop, do-wop, dee, do-wop, do-wop, dee-doo. Did he pick up David's lyre and sing with the Mary Magdalene in the tavern? Did they rave on the same old song like the likely lads in the cavern? Singing doo-wop, doo-wop, dee, doo-wop, doo-wop, dee, doo-wop, doo-wop, dee-doo. Well, now you're a long time dead, at least until eternity. So sing and relax, just let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Do-wop, do-wop, dee-doo. Do-wop, do-wop, dee-doo. Do-wop, do-wop, dee-doo. Do-wop, do-wop, dee-doo. Do-wop, do-wop, dee, do-wop, do-wop, dee, do-wop, do-wop, dee-doo. 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 Do-wop, do-wop, dee, do-wop, do-wop, dee. Do-wop, do-wop, dee-doo.
Well, that's it for this week. I hope you enjoyed the show as much as I enjoyed being with you and letting you know about goings on at Cobblestones and snippets of history from the past from the region of Wairarapa. Have a great couple of weeks and I'll be back soon. Bye.